wholeness and good day, good way, or good evening. It's 8:25. Tomorrow's 8:26. 8:26, 2024. The last triple eight vibration for this year. 8. 2 plus 6 is 8, and 2024 is an 8. So it's a triple eight vibration. We just got out of the perceived Lions Gate. I think it, by perceptions, people say it closes on the 11th, August 11th. But what I've always told you is gates close and open all the time. It's just the ones that you pay attention to based off of what everybody tells you is there to see. Whenever you get numerical vibrational alignment, things happen. That's just a known thing in this universe. Line things up properly and you can make shit pop off. Tomorrow's one of those things. However, and disclaimer here, a lot of people say, man, you negative. All you do is talk about negative stuff. No, I present a perspective of you can't keep lying to yourself and telling you everything is fluffy foo-foo. You can't keep lying to yourself and saying that everything is fluffy foo-foo, but then everything around us is consistently falling apart. And I don't mean that this is my life sucks and all that stuff. This is like, holy shit, this realm is really under some bullshit. We'll do that. So don't think that my life is horrible, because my life is beautiful. I've gotten to a point of awareness in my journey to where I see shit for what it really is, and that is not the truth and all this other stuff. That's just no. You can't even invest in calling this truth, lie, and all this other stuff. The things that are going on in this realm are evident. There is moral decay, there's social decay, there's economical decay, there's mental decay, there's spiritual decay, there's physical decay. It's just decay. And that's what happens when you have stagnated energy. When you leave too much stuff on the shelf, some of that shit starts to get bad. And that's kind of like where we're at. So enough rambling on that. 8/26/2024. It's a triple eight. And again, the 8 vibration, a lot of people tell you it's abundance, but I always tell you, yeah, it is abundance. It's abundance in the ideology of perspective. Abundance can be good if you got enough of something, but abundance could be bad if you got too much of something. You understand? Too many bills, you got abundance of bills. Abundance of bills, bad thing. Abundance of money, good thing, unless you owe a bunch of people. So perspective. So when I say it's a backdoor gate to the triple eight vibration, if you were using the year's energy, this is an 8 year, this is a dragon year. If you was using that energy, even like for the people who tied in with me with this triple eight manifesting ritual we did for most of the year, if you were working that energy, tomorrow's another stoking point to where you can possibly see where your energy is working towards the things you were aligning with. You understand that? Where if you did the proper alignment and working manifestation properly, you can probably see where things are starting to make change. Again, disclaimer and personal experience. When you doing spell work, petitions, prayers, and all this other stuff, just because it's what you want don't mean that's how you're going to get it. You understand that? You can be saying, hey, I want to get to this perfect spot where everything is in alignment and who's supposed to be around me is going to be for me and all this other stuff, yada, 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 all kind of, parameters. And then the people who you had in your heart and mind that's supposed to be there with you is the ones that don't make it there. And again, perspective. In my professional and personal experience and perspective, sometimes it's the people who you've been holding in your circle that's keeping that shit square. You understand that? Sometimes you are holding people whose erraticism in their own journey is now making your path kind of wonky too. So every time you shooting that asthma of trying to get into a higher end manifestation by staying into alignment, but you carrying somebody else who's a counterbalance to your weight, your shit get wavy. So sometimes when you have put in the work and you're asking for these manifestations, the things, the people, the places that you've been holding on to are what's holding on to you too, stopping you from getting there. So I tie that into where I keep telling you that this realm is going through some real funky ass energy. If people, places, and things around you are starting to really become noticeably bothersome, sit back and use awareness. Sit back and reassess things from a point of awareness. Be still. Sit your punk ass down and be still, what you hear me say all the time, and just look at it from a different perspective. Holy shit. Did I not get that job because it's only going to keep me here, or it's only going to drive me further into the system and my whole goal is to get out of the system? Did that person get mad at me because there's a sense of jealousy there, or whatever that person got going on is going to be counterproductive to what I'm requiring and asking for in the sense of manifestation? Different ways to look at it. And if you can realistically look at it and say, you know what, yeah, okay, shit's getting quote unquote potentially hard now. Things are bothersome, things feel different, yada, yada, yada. It's because the shit that is blocking the alignment that you're supposed to be in alignment with, the line you're supposed to be in is being blocked by all the shit that you've been holding on to. So now that that shit is falling apart, it's a part of your norm and it's bothersome to you. Again, like I said, use your awareness. Realize that sometimes that shit needs to fall apart so that you can hold yourself together. And I know that was a long way around, but just, I know people are going through that. Like, man, it ain't supposed to be this hard right now. You're right. It ain't supposed to be this hard right now. But you have to think about it. We are under some very serious programming. Mentally, from day one, a lot of us have been inundated with programming, and in the presence of people who have been programmed, and still in the presence of people who still are programmed, who won't let go of program, and in a system that is part of the program that is still programmed. You understand what I'm saying? So everything around you has been designed to keep you asleep and keep you knocked down and keep you subservient and in scarcity consciousness. So just because you starting to say, holy shit, I am the abundance and I'm a manifest for myself, that don't mean everything else is going to be like, oh, shit, they got me. They done found the keys to the code now, so now I'm going to get out the way. It's like, no, make them work for it. Make them work for it by realizing when they're not working for themselves. Get it? So humor me if you will on what I'm telling you. When you're dealing with vibrational sequences and you starting to use your petitions and alignments and affirmations and shit is like, man, that ain't what I asked for. Sometimes that's what you asked for. You just didn't know what was in your way. I want who's going to be for me to be for me. We getting divorced after 20 years. Well, holy shit. Perspective. Perspective, and I'm not saying that that's 100% across the board. That is why I tell you to sit your punk ass down to be still and start looking at shit for what it is. Am I holding on to something that's holding me back? And am I holding me back by trying to hold on to something that ain't holding on to me? Let your life tell your tale. So working at 888 energy, when you're trying to figure out where your alignment and manifestation is, sometimes shit goes crazy in order for you to learn how to be sane. I'll just leave it at that. So getting into my numerology, and I did a write-up and a post on Tickety Talk and Facebook. So, and again, like I said, people come on like, you so negative. No, I'm a perspective. I'm an observer. So you're not going to get fluffy flu-flu. The 888 is the vibration where all your wishes come true. We've been fed that lie a little bit too long. Some of y'all don't know how to let it go. Some of y'all look for the light in everything else or in everything that you see, and sometimes that's the problem. You trying to find the light in everything you see is only showing you the shadows that keep pulling on your light and keeping you in the dark, keeping you in the know, but not in awareness. So 8/26/2024, by my numerological system, my vibration system, 8 is struggle. 26 is your field of empathy. Empathy is where your element of waters kick in. I am emotionally attached. Remember, I'm telling you right now, we're going through some heavy emotional stuff. In the sense of erraticism, you can tie it into Mercury retrograde, post full moon, post line gate, post this, post that, Saturn retrograde, Saturn return. I don't care what you tie it into. It's beating a lot of people up. You cannot know about any level of astrology or numerology and still be affected. So you understand? It's just the other shit that you keep tying in that will make it more magnificent. So struggling with empathy, the 26, and 2024 was the year of manifestation. You will be judged by what you keep calling manifestation. And to get back into what I was saying a few minutes ago, sometimes what you call a manifestation is your manipulation. Man, I'm a manifester. You don't even know her. Yeah, but I want her. Okay, player. Fuck around and catch the all body karate because you ain't do your homework. You just did the work that you thought you wanted to see. And that's how a lot of people are. You are responded to the baser needs of human existence, and so you're asking for shit that you don't need. And that's just not male component, that's in general. People are asking for shit they don't need because, again, the condition is want, so that you don't understand what you need, but more importantly, what you already have. So 8/26/2024, struggling with empathy in this manipulated realm of manifestations. The year of abundance, this realm of manifestations. This is nothing but one thought playing out the multiple fashions of what a thought can become if you invest the energy. So we'll see what 8/26/2024, where you're struggling with the empathic connection to a realm of manifestations that's already under manipulation. Nothing is what it seems. 9 times out of 10, you can see where somebody is not telling you the truth, but here and as shown currently and shit over time, we just like to be lied to. Just tell me a lie that feels better about being lied to, and I'll back you up. I'll vote for you. Just lie to me better than the other liar. So you struggling for the proper connection that is going to move you into a path of somebody else owning your energy. Holy shit, Batman. And there it is. The element of waters. You are a mermaid swimming around the waters, but let's do the homework, children. What happens when a mermaid is out of the water too long? Asphyxiation. She drowns. Empathy. Energetically moved into a path that you think is going to be you, but really it's energetically moved into a path, and you better figure out why. 2, connection. 6, traumas. Traumatic foundation. I am traumatically connected to a foundation. Well, if I'm traumatically connected to a foundation, 2 + 6 is 8. I'm already struggling. So already struggling with the empathy in the manipulated realm of manifestations is because you keep connecting to shit that ain't gonna do nothing but drown you. Oops. Another analogy for a mermaid, in some ideologies, people will also call them hags or sirens. The siren has a voice that can mesmerize you. The power of a siren's voice is magnificent. So think about it in this sense. If all you're doing is swimming around somebody else's waters because you're not in your own, they already got your power. You're using your voice to vote for them when they already manipulated you into choosing them, which means you ain't choose yourself. Holy shit, 888, trapped. Trapped in the struggle of mind, body, soul. Whenever you see 3 numbers, it's a trap. But in this realm, it's the trap of mind, body, and soul. If you can trap the mind, you can employ the body, and the soul will never get free. This is a soul and fragmentation, empowering the mind that's running a meat suit. So if I'm trapped in the struggle of mind, body, and soul, the struggle changes when your perception and perspective does too. Try wholeness. Everything I just got through saying. It ain't that I'm telling you from the negative aspect. I'm telling you from the aspect that is a perspective that you might want to start seeing. Look at things from a sense of completeness and then figure out where the shit is actually being torn apart. Am I thinking negative? Is it really just something that ain't for me? Blah, blah, blah. Just do a little bit more research and figure out if them 8s are trapping my mind, body, and soul, or if them 8s are showing me the abundance of me, showing me where I have a great abundance of the energy of my mind. I have a great abundance of the energy of my body, and I have the abundance of my soul that can stop the whole show. When you can own the energy of your soul, can't nothing enslave you. So, trapped in the struggle of the mind, body, and soul, stop struggling and start to see everything from the aspect of abundance, and then see what the fuck is breaking you. Justification. 11, see what's tearing you apart. The righteousness of you struggling with what you're struggling with because you don't know that what you're struggling with only struggles because of you. Take your time with that one. You'll justify it. You'll justify it. I can give you all kind of examples, but I'm going to be real with you. If you keep investing in a system that has already told you you come last, but you keep putting it first, you just justified what's already got you in separation. Why? Because potentially you're going to keep choosing between whatever comes in front of you because you ain't ready to choose you yet. Damn, we had this conversation earlier, especially my people. We don't know how to do anything without including something that we think higher than us. Fill in the blanks. We can't do shit unless you include the ideology that there's no way I can do this on my own and it's got to be a greater power, which means that you've already greatly empowered something else because you don't have enough belief in yourself. Oops. Let your life tell your tale, though. I'm not going to argue with you. You have to let your life tell your tale. Why? 3444. The numerological breakdown in 8/26/2024 produces a 3444. 3 is my thoughts. Remember, I told you 3 are the same number as a trap. 4 is the trap. What's the trap? Balance. My connection to something that I think that if I work for it, it's going to work for me. Thoughts trapped in the balance of trying to find the right password for the right account. And it comes out in the forms of life cycles and presumed soul roles, where if something can justify making you go into the righteousness of separation, that's 11, the illusion of separation, where you see yourself in everything, you're going to energetically try and find a path that looks like you. If something separates you and then you connect to everything that you now been separated into, you're not finding you, you're finding you in separation. So the thoughts that I keep thinking, I'm going to find the right trap to set me free. But holy shit, all of it was a design of a trap to keep you enslaved. Oops, keep you hidden from yourself. Bad judgment. You can't hear that voice that told you, cut the shit. Gabriel blows his horn. When Gabriel blows his horn, it's all over. Well, see, he blew his horn, but you couldn't hear it because you was hidden. Holy shit. 20, bad judgment. 2, you was hidden in separation. 1 + 1, 2. Why? Because I was only 2 connected to 6, my traumas. So if you only connected to your traumas and you justifying why my traumas is what's working for me, you already hid from yourself. You've already passed judgment on setting yourself free because you willingly enslaved. Next line, 9222. Damn, another triple. 9, the number of control, my highest vibration. But wait a minute. Do you have to vibrate? Yeah. The battery in the pack is stronger than the one plugged into the device. You need to learn that. But it ain't getting used. Say that slowly. Say that shit slowly. So 9222. Controlled connection to a bunch of reflections, aka the collective consciousness. Cosmic schizophrenia. Remember I told you this is nothing but one thought in separation, trying to find the best thought to think to get it out of separation, when the whole trick was separate yourself into thoughts. So if I separate myself into thoughts and each thought think that it is what it is, then they're collectively connected, but they don't want to work together because they have autonomy of choice. They're already under control. They already under control. I played this game online called Last War. We were talking about merging alliances with a couple other smaller ones, but we quickly said no because each alliance has a leader, and then if we were to merge alliances, all the leaders are going to be looking at the other leaders as who's going to lead, me or you. You understand that? You can get all of them together, but everybody ain't going to be on the same page because everybody has been used to running their own show. See, I've been this for 900 life cycles. You ain't going to take that away from me. I'm not trying to take away from you. You just need to understand that what you keep holding on to keeps hiding you from you because you keep righteously justifying being separated because you can't let go of that connection. You are empathically connected to your fucking dismay. You are empathically connected to your separation. You don't want to work for your wholeness. It's common sense. Let your life tell your tale. So 9222, you controlled and connected to the reflection. What's the reflection? The light and dispersal. And yet the light ain't even the source. There's the source from where the light come from. There's the light itself. And then there's a reflection where the light has hit something to put off a shadow. You just dealing with the reflections. You down here working on the shadows, calling it your light. 9222, controlled and collectively connected and staying disconnected and playing a part. Oops. All we got to do is give you the proper connection, and you motherfuckers will swim with the sharks. You will become Yemaya, the mother of fishes, the mother of many. What did I tell you? One thought that becomes many. But where did that one thought come from? The mother, the creator. Oops, sorry. There's no genders in this shit right here, though, but you can play with it if you want to. But that which birthed the thought, the thinker, was the source. But once the thinker, the source, allows the thought to take it on a journey, the thought now becomes the ruler. So if you stay connected to what's designed to rule over you, you've already lost connection to yourself. If you stay connected to it, you will now be hidden. Holy shit, two. Here, two. Another two with a 6. Shit ton of 2s. Holy shit. All you doing is being connected to what's already got you pulled apart, thinking it's going to hold you together. You'll stay under control because you call it high vibration. You're right. You the battery already plugged in. You the battery plugged in. I'm not going to do that one. Why 69? In that numerical expression of adding all these numbers together, 9222 can become 69. You can look at it as 96, you look at it as 69. 69 flows a little better. 69 is the veritable yin yang. 6 is basically a 9 upside down, and 9 is a 6 upside down. You understand that? It's a perspective, however you're looking at stuff. That is the trap. The yin yang of perspective is, it just depends on how you're looking at it. If you only want to see things from what you think you know, you fucked. Really. If you are only looking at things from what you think you know, you fucked. So the yin yang of perspective, aka perceived balance, what you invest in as to what will make you feel safe. Most people believe in something that makes them feel safe without realizing that they're already connected to hidden danger. There's already a fear mind in there because you have to connect to something else. Connect to what? Me and separation. But that ain't what it is. Shh, let your life tell you tale. I'm gonna keep saying it. 69. You might be getting eat out. Carelessness. 7. You going on a journey. You are carelessly going on a journey. Hello, Metatron, the scribe, he who tells the story. Time. In this case, you ain't even getting to tell your story, and you don't even own your own time. That's the field of time. The field of time and the scribe Metatron who is writing down the story. Remember, this was in reverse. 7, the spiritual journey itself, self-awareness. That's what the spiritual journey is supposed to be about. Enlightenment, figuring out who I am. What do you mean figuring out who I am? Figuring out who I am by creating time to go on a story to figure out who I am when all that shit was careless. I need to figure out who I am before I end up getting lost where I already lost me. Holy shit. Carelessly connected to hiding from myself and justifying what I keep on energetically getting connected to that already got my power. Next. 69 just tickled your rear. Oh, 15. You are the devil, but you too busy fearing yourself as God, generator, operator, destroyer. You are the devil. You are your own agent and advocate of destruction because you advocate for your adversity. Hey, man, you might want to stop that. No, player, see, you don't understand. I had a reading, or I had a download, or spirit told me. Let your life tell. Let me quit doing that. You are the devil, but you too busy fearing yourself as God, so you enslave yourself to the concepts and ideologies created in deception. You sold your potential to the promise of learning, growing, achieving, doing all these movements that said, come on, leave your waters and swim with me, and I'll give you life. I give you life, all right? Life enslaved. Only you can't die because your energy is fucking internal and eternal. Oops, so you your own devil because you're advocating for what's pulling you apart. Why? Because you haven't found the proper perspective of holding yourself together. Oops. You the teacher. Tell me, teacher. Tell me, Massa. Tell me, Messiah. Tell me, Messianic one. Tell me, oh anointed one. Tell me he who was rubbed with the oil of the fat of the crocodile, because he was foretold. He who was already christened, but got christened and put on a fucking journey. You know, like when they take a ship and they crack a fucking wine bottle or champagne bottle and send it out to sea. Yeah, when you are out here looking for a teacher, you're already the willing student. You are the devil because you're out here looking for a teacher to tell you how to move. 5, only if something is telling you how to move, it already has you under manipulation, even if its goal is to authentically show you how to manifest. What's the innate coding? If something is a part of the separation, it is already encoded to show you how to better separate yourself under the guises of teaching you how to hold yourself together. Damn. Sound like Dory. Just keep swimming, Nemo. She meant well, but Dory wasn't all the way there. So I'm sorry, you are 5 being manipulated into manifesting by being told how to move. Damn, you are the devil. Too busy fearing yourself that you do become God. You are the generator, operator, and destroyer because you are advocating for your own adversity. Why? 1 + 5, that 15, becomes 6. Traumas. What is trauma? Choice. Put me in a buffet of 95 different things that I want to eat. Holy shit, that's traumatic, man. This is too much. This is too much. The field of infinity, where I can make unlimited choices based off of possibilities of outcome and probabilities of outcome, but I'm not certain of what it's going to be until I invest my energy and go on a journey to get there. Did you catch that? The field of infinity, aka unlimited choices of possibilities and probabilities. All that's needed is for your traumatized energy, willing to create externalization, manifestation, instead of maintaining internal integrity. So if I'm out here trying to learn who I am, I'm going to hire a teacher to carelessly put me on a journey so that I can end up telling the story by creating time, a measurement system of experiences. That's all time is. It is a measurement system for experience. So I create time by carelessly going on a journey, but holy shit, what am I going to see? I don't know. I got to create it, and I'm going to connect to what I keep creating, which means the more I create, the more I connect, the further I get from myself. But I'm going to justify what I now found that looks like me, the motherfucking reflections, and I got more empathy for them reflections because I've now become apathetic to myself. You no longer work for you. You no longer even can register self on that level. You can only respond to self in duality or multiplicity, because it's further than duality, which means you've already lost self. You have affectionately and effectively become the thought. You have no clue what the thinker is. I'm just my thoughts. So here you are as your thoughts. On an 888 vibration, where you're only struggling with the thoughts in your head, you think the thoughts are you. You're already distracted. Holy shit, 2-8. Remember I told you the mermaid is also known as a sea hag? Here she is, the siren, the sea hag. The most strongest voice in your head should be you. But if I'm distracted, the strongest voice in my head is my guide and my teacher. But it should have been me. It is you. It's you with the loss of identity of self because you've invested in the identity of the possibilities and probabilities of what you can become at the expense of what you already are. Here's what you already are. You were the one guiding you. You're just guiding you into what's getting you burnt because you think going into that 2 + 5, connecting to what I'm going through, that movement, Connecting to what I'm moving through will show me what's burning me. That's a phoenix cycle. If I have to supply the fire in order to go verify the flame, I burnt myself. Take your time slowly. Go slowly with that one. Really. So 888, last one of the year. It's all about abundance. It's all about figuring out how to silence the mind so that you can see a clearer field of manifestation, and manifestation comes from within via the manipulation of energy or the cessation of manipulated energies. You understand that? If I've been manipulating people my whole life, but I'm waiting on my own manifestations, stop using so much energy to manipulate others and see what's already manifesting from you. It's not really about output, it's about awareness. But you got to get there. But as I always say, you motherfuckers can't hear until you get here. But you're too busy getting caught in there. And there. And there. And there. And there. And there. And everywhere. Fragment motherfucking tation. Wholeness.